Richard O. Dick Jacobs was born in Wisconsin in 1931. His life has been a quintessential American story, filled with adventure, conquering adversity, and seeing dreams come true. When he was 8 years old, his mother hung a sign from his neck and put him on a train alone to visit his grandfather in Montana. There he encountered the Blackfoot tribe and fished in the Yellowstone River. At 17, he hitchhiked his way to Oswego, New York to visit a friend. His mother forbore the sign that time and wept at his departure, but didn't stand in his way. Dick made it safely back to his home state and attended the University of Wisconsin. He earned a Bachelor of Business Administration in January 1954, graduating Phi Beta Kappa. He worked to put himself through school as the student manager of the snack bar at the university, the Rathskeller, then as a student agent with Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance. While working at the Rathskeller, he had the good fortune to wait on Joni Swanson. The two have been together ever since and married for more than 67 years. Dick says she raised not only their two children, but him as well. He also credits her with the fact that he realized his dream of going to law school. Dick spent his years after graduation first in military service, then building a highly successful career in the life insurance business. He became a repeat member of the insurance industry's $1 Million Roundtable, but he still felt something was missing. He was 33 and married with 2 children and a mortgage, but Joan insisted it was time he tackled his goal of becoming a lawyer. He enrolled at Stetson Law and graduated magna cum laude in 1967, the first in his class, and earning the top score on the Florida bar exam. Dick's law practice got its start from his life insurance career. During his years as an insurance agent, he met Florida Governor Lawton Chiles, then a young lawyer and a member of the Florida legislature. Chiles introduced a bill to allow professionals to incorporate and have retirement plans, something the IRS did not permit prior to that time. Working with Lawton's law firm, Dick helped pioneer pension plans for physicians. His time in law school cemented Dick's belief that professionals had the right to incorporate and establish retirement plans. He wrote a Florida Bar Journal article explaining why the IRS was wrong, and the 11th Circuit cited that piece in its decision to allow professionals in Florida to incorporate. Dick's early legal career was as a tax attorney. He co-founded a law firm that grew to about 100 lawyers, with offices in Tampa, St. Pete, and Clearwater, and a satellite office in London. He served as chair of the tax section of the Florida Bar. Then, in the late 1970s, clients asked him to join them in forming Park Bank of Florida. The bank grew fast and became a public company with 8 offices and more than 350 employees. When it began to flounder, Dick took a leave of absence from his law firm to take over as CEO of the bank in hopes of righting the ship. His efforts were for naught, and the bank failed in 1986. It was a crushing blow professionally and personally, but it was also the biggest learning experience of his life and made him a stronger lawyer. His book, Crash Landing: How to Survive a Business Crisis, was born of his efforts to understand how an educated and well-meaning professional could fail. What at the time felt like a career-ending blow turned out to be an amazing turning point for Dick. He realized there was more to life than work, and at 55 years old, he had a chance to reinvent himself. The time spent in introspection ultimately led to passion projects, including venture travel and environmental conservation. His journeys, which took him to the 7 continents, began when he and Joan trekked the Serengeti in Africa. This was not the luxury travel of his big law days. They carried their own backpacks and slept in tents. These journeys are what Dick would later call dirty hands, wet feet experiences that opened his eyes to how much of the rest of the world lived. He developed a deep appreciation for and understanding of our connectivity with the earth and our responsibility to care for it. In 2015, he published Wanderlust, a book of his photography and lessons learned from crisscrossing the globe. He gifted the project to charity, raising over $40,000 at the book signing. Dick closed Wanderlust with a challenge: that we each have a responsibility for the well-being of the earth and for each other. That challenge led him to call Our Children's Trust, a public interest law firm that provides climate-related legal services to young people. He helped them organize a team of trial attorneys who filed a 2018 lawsuit arguing the state of Florida is violating young people's constitutional rights to a healthy environment. Stetson Law Professor Lance Long was also involved in that work and thus began an exciting relationship that brought Dick back to Stetson Law for many fruitful collaborations. In 2016, he and Joan created the Dick and Joan Jacobs Environmental Law Externship Fund to provide financial assistance for students to pursue the dirty hands, wet feet experiences so essential for good lawyering. This year, he launched the Stetson Environmental Tax Policy Writing Competition. Dick believed that Stetson law students, if given the challenge, could develop innovative tax law policies to fund solutions for sea level rise, a pressing issue for Florida's future that he believes has gotten insufficient attention from state legislators. Amidst all his traveling and philanthropic work, Dick had returned to practicing law with Holland and Knight, then Trenum Kempker. He focused on healthcare law, as that was a new challenge facing his professional clients. He was editor and prime author of Healthcare Law, Mergers and Acquisitions of Physician Practices, a 1,000-page treatise that became the guts of his new practice. Dick was ultimately named to Best Lawyers in America and a Florida super lawyer for his work in this area. He went of counsel at Trenum in 2011 at the age of 80 and retired fully in 2013. At the retirement ceremony, Dick's son dubbed him a doer if I ever saw one, who redefined the word now. Characteristically, Dick's retirement lasted only 2 years. In 2015, he reunited with several attorneys from his original firm at Johnson, Pope, Bokor, Ruppel & Burns, LLP, where he remains on staff as senior counsel. Dick's latest book, Democracy of Dollars, is slated to be released on December 16th. His vision for Stetson Law continues to expand with the creation of a Center for Environmental Justice underway. It will provide students an opportunity to help architect environmental policies. The kids have got to become the difference makers, Dick said. We just can't keep repeating the past. That's why you go to law school, to be a difference maker. Dick Jacobs has achieved groundbreaking work in not one, but 2 areas of law during his career. He has been tireless and inventive in his efforts to generate attention and solutions for climate change and conservation. He has been a generous and energetic collaborator with Stetson Law. These are just a few reasons Dick Jacobs is now a member of the Stetson University College of Law Hall of Fame.